E-waste today is the fastest growing portion of the world's waste stream. At the current growth rate, e-waste in India is all set to touch the 1.72 million metric ton mark by 2020.
Awareness and management of waste, and e-waste in particular, will allow us to be more sustainable as we go into a future that is inevitably going to be marked by resource scarcity, climate change and other impacts, that if we don't do something about these impacts, we will find ourselves in a situation where we will have less than we had yesterday and certainly less than we have today.
The unorganized sector consists of small players who lack the necessary infrastructure and technology to process e-waste in the right manner. Primitive and hazardous techniques like open burning and acid treatment are used to process e-waste. This leads to inefficient extraction of metals and improper dumping of leftovers. These disposal centers typically have a scrapyard set up where workers, including women and children, work without any protective gear.
There are very small recyclers who are actually quite unorganized in the sector, and they should be a part of the solution rather than being part of the problem.
The government has implemented E-Waste Rules 2011, bringing into its fold of accountability the producer, the end consumer, the dismantler, the recycler, and the transporter of e-waste.
It's a reverse logistics process. It requires people to give back the equipments which they have already used. And I think both the manufacturer, end user of the product should have a very clear process of enabling this recycling.
Very much impressed about your courage, about your initiative for the people, for the environment, for the society.
The government e-waste regulations rightly emphasize that e-waste can be handled only by registered recyclers. The Clean e-India initiative, launched by IFC and Attero, is an effective take-back program that is benefiting all stakeholders.
Along with IFC, we are working on a project wherein we are establishing offline channels to ensure collection of electronic waste from end consumers on a daily basis.
This initiative actually addresses all the key stakeholders, starting from the producers, to the government, to the NGOs, to the recyclers, to the organized recyclers, to the unorganized recyclers.
We are extremely excited not only because of the impact it can potentially have on India, a market where the electronics and electrical sector is growing at around 20 to 25%. But it also could have a significant impact on the informal sector. Bringing them into more formal business models will clearly offer opportunities to improve the health, sanitation, and the stability of incomes going forward.
This initiative will provide training to the informal sector workers for proper handling and good practice. The Take Back program will operate on a sustainable basis in partnership with producers.
Today we collect electronic waste from more than 120 cities across the country, across 20 states. Everything that is collected is barcoded at source, and there's a proper tracking mechanism end to end.
Now we are educating our customers also, our dealers also, our trade also in collecting and recycling the waste in a proper manner.
It would provide us a good method of informing both our customers and also our own supply chain in terms of how the e-waste management can be done a lot more smoothly.
The idea is to produce this model which could eventually be replicated throughout India and into some of the other countries which also face similar problems.
All kinds of electronic waste can be recycled in an environmentally friendly manner. As an example, lead and phosphorus from monitors is critical in itself. The technology to make sure that you can recycle brown goods like refrigerators and air conditioners, which contain CFC gas in them, which contain other hazardous metals and materials in them, is also very critical.
If Videocon implements everything on their own, then the cost is very high. And in this initiative, because we are working with Attero, and in fraction of cost, we are managing and we are complying with all regulations.
This will be very important for the Indian government to be able to establish as GHG emissions with Kyoto Protocol and other international fora.
This initiative can have a transformational impact to increase efficiency and effectiveness in e-waste management and reclamation of resources, improve quality of life of workers from the informal sector, provide producers with a plug-and-play solution and improve customer engagement, and finally, make India cleaner, healthier and safer.
The Clean E-India initiative
It is not just a feel-good concept.
It's never been tried anywhere across the world.
It is an economic concept.
Very right step in this direction.
It is a financial concept.
More and more initiatives like this would definitely support the cause.
And it is a profit-making concept.
This initiative is to have cleaner and greener earth and healthy India.
The 3 I's are improvement to access, inclusion, and innovation.